Welcome to the world of North America's lost giants. In this video, we're exploring 4 of the largest and most mysterious dinosaurs ever discovered east of the Mississippi River. Although their fossils are fragmentary and rare, each of these giants offers a fascinating glimpse into the fauna of prehistoric Appalachia, where enormous creatures roamed long before the more famous western dinosaurs. For clarity, I'm using a modern definition of eastern North America, so this video does not include dinosaurs from Texas or Oklahoma. Species like Acrocanthosaurus, while present in the eastern half of the continent, are excluded because they are also known from much more complete material elsewhere. Now let's dive in and meet these incredible animals. Number 4. Giant Ornithomimosaur from Eutaw, Mississippi. The Eutaw giant ornithomimosaurs were among the largest and most enigmatic theropods of the Santonian stage of the late Cretaceous, approximately 86 to 83 million years ago, in what is now Mississippi. Belonging to the ostrich-mimic dinosaurs, these animals combined the slender, bird-like build, typical of ornithomimosaurs, with an unprecedented size. Fossil material includes fragments from the hand, legs, feet, and back vertebrae. The largest specimen is perhaps MMNSVP4949, a single bone from the longest toe of the right foot. Its length approaches that of the equivalent bone in the giant herbivorous Ornithomimosaur Dinosaurs, but it is much more slender, suggesting that these Eutaw dinosaurs were built for speed, like most other members of the clade. The exact position of these animals within the Ornithomimosaur clade remains uncertain. The metatarsals indicate adaptations for running similar to those of later, more derived members, while the toe proportions resemble more primitive forms such as Archosaurus. Scaling the toe based on Random Dino's Archosaurus produces a staggering estimated body length of 9.3 meters, while scaling using larger individuals of Ornithomimus edmontonicus yields a length closer to 8.5 meters. Given the later age and the slenderness of the bones, it likely had body proportions closer to Ornithomimus than to Archosaurus, supporting a more conservative estimate of 8.5 meters in length. Nonetheless, it remains a strong contender for the second largest Ornithomimosaur ever discovered, surpassed only by Dinosaurs. Number 3. Astrodon johnstoni. Astrodon is a large early Cretaceous sauropod dinosaur known from the Arundel Formation of Maryland and is one of the first dinosaurs named from North America's eastern coast. A long-necked, heavy-bodied plant eater that lived around 112 million years ago, Astrodon is represented by fragmentary fossils, though juvenile elements from many parts of the skeleton are known. It is usually considered a titanosauriform, but its precise relationships remain uncertain. The largest remain assigned to Astrodon is a partial femur, which, when complete, would measure at least 180 centimeters based on my estimate. Plugging this into Greg Paul's skeletal reconstruction for Astrodon yields an animal approaching 18 meters in length. However, that reconstruction is derived largely from juvenile proportions, and sauropod necks likely did not grow isometrically. A 2006 study by Parrish demonstrated that sauropod neck length scales to the 1.35 power relative to torso length. Because Paul's reconstruction is based on a juvenile only about 23% the size of the largest known individual, a true adult scaled from the partial femur would have a neck roughly 2/3 longer than depicted, adding more than 3 meters and pushing the total body length beyond 21 meters. Regardless of the exact figure, Astrodon was almost certainly the largest animal yet discovered in the eastern United States, and I hope future discoveries will deepen our understanding of this remarkable dinosaur. Number 2. Hypsibema crassicauda. Hypsibema crassicauda is a large hadrosauroid dinosaur from the late Cretaceous of North Carolina, known primarily from fragmentary remains, but still impressive for its sheer size. First described in the 19th century, this animal lived along the ancient coastal plain of Appalachia and represents one of the biggest herbivores known from the region. A very large partial humerus from Phoebus Landing, North Carolina, may have belonged to Hypsibema. Baird and Horner estimated that the complete humerus would have measured about 83 centimeters in length. Scaling from giant hadrosaurs like Shantungosaurus suggests an animal roughly 11.5 to 12 meters long, while comparisons with Hadrosaurus folki, potentially a closer relative, produce an estimate of about 11 meters. Although some sources have proposed lengths of up to 14 meters, the currently available evidence does not support such extreme sizes. Even so, at 11 to 12 meters in length, Hypsibema would have been comparable to the largest specimens of Edmontosaurus and a contender for the title of the largest hadrosaur in North America. Number 1. Priconodon crassus. At last but not least, we have Priconodon crassus, a dinosaur I had never heard of until recently. Priconodon crassus is a poorly known, but historically significant ankylosaur from the early Cretaceous Arundel Formation of Maryland, making it one of the earliest armored dinosaurs described from North America. Priconodon was originally named from several unusually large teeth that, while few in number, are enormous for a nodosaur. Comparisons between its teeth and those of Sauropelta, a nodosaur about 5 meters long, suggest that Priconodon may have been a much larger animal. However, size estimates based solely on teeth are notoriously unreliable. Later discoveries attributed to Priconodon include a very large tail vertebra. Although no formal measurements have been published, the vertebra appears to be at least twice the size of that seen in normal-sized nodosaurs, such as Sauropelta or Peloroplites. Taken together, the teeth and caudal material imply that Priconodon could have grown to twice the length of these taxa, which are typically 5 to 6 meters long. Conservatively, Priconodon may have exceeded 10 meters and potentially approached 12 meters, making it the largest ankylosaur known by a substantial margin. Some estimates place it even larger, up to 45 feet, and artist Christopher Dipiazza has depicted such a giant Priconodon feeding as 2 dromaeosaurs look on. And there you have it, the 4 fragmentary giants of eastern North America, dinosaurs as mysterious as they are rare. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more dinosaur and paleo-related content, be sure to like and subscribe and check out my other videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.